Hello, it's Tuesday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. But that doesn't mean we're not going to do a tutorial because yes, today we're going to be digging straight into Near Protocol, more specifically getting started on Near Protocol. We're going to be looking at getting your wallet set up and the weird things you have to do in order to make that happen. And then we're going to be taking a look at Ref Finance as well as digging into the Near ecosystem in general because there are some exciting things on the way and we think it's definitely a protocol you're going to want to have a play on. That's all coming up after these messages from our sponsors.
Is your crypto sitting idle without earning you any passive income? On Nexo, you can maximize the value of your crypto in no time and earn rates of up to 17%. Their web platform and mobile app are super easy to use. You can buy crypto with cards instantly and start earning interest paid out daily. The Nexo exchange has over 300 market pairs. Every time you swap or buy crypto, you get up to 0.5% cash back that's automatically added to your wallet. If you want to finance buying a car or a trip to a faraway place, you can borrow cash by using your crypto or NFT as collateral. You don't lose your crypto and you can get borrowing rates as low as 0% APR. Nexo has over 4 million users worldwide and their platform is equipped with a top quality security infrastructure designed to ensure maximum protection of assets at all times. Go to nexo.io and get started today. When you shop for plane tickets, you probably use Kayak, Expedia or Google Flights. So why would you limit yourself to just one exchange when you trade crypto? To make sure you're getting the best possible price, you should use a DEX aggregator like Matcha. Matcha routes your orders across all the various DeFi exchanges on Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, BSC, Phantom, CeLo, and Optimism to provide the best possible prices without taking any commissions. Matcha has integrated fiat on-ramps so you can buy directly with your credit or debit card and uses smart order routing that splits your order across multiple liquidity sources. With Matcha, you can make limit orders on-chain so you can set and forget your DeFi trades, and now Matcha even offers gasless trading. Head over to matcha.xyz/Defiant and connect your wallet to start smarter with Matcha.
So here's the plan. Create a wallet, check out some projects. The website's called awesomenear.com. Then we're going to check out some DeFi on Near, on DeFi Llama, and then we're going to have a look at Ref Finance, which is the main AMM DEX kind of financial center for Near at the moment anyway, because there's some really cool things coming. And the one, basically, what Near is a layer 1 sharded proof of stake blockchain built for usability and scalability. Sorry, I just nodded off there because how many times have we heard that before? What's different about Near? Honestly, nothing that you need to worry too much about. There's a lot of people that have invested heavily in this though. And if you've noticed the way VC money has been moving, Avalanche picked up a lot of heat, Solana picked up a lot of heat, Near has also picked up a lot of heat. But why? But why? What is it about this blockchain that is so exciting? Well, these two, Ilya Polyushkin and Alexander Skidinov. I had the opportunity to interview the fine folks at Delphi Digital, Tom Shaughnessy and Jan Lieberman, about 2 years ago, in fact. Now, bear in mind that Delphi are just like mad hot for Terra. Terra is like their baby. They're building all sorts of exciting things there. They love Terra. They also love these guys. In our conversation, they said these are the smartest cats in the room. They actually did a review of the Harmony blockchain code back in the day. They're based in Silicon Valley. Yeah, there's just a buzz about these two and how smart they are and how good they are at solving problems. It's been a long time coming to get the Near Protocol mainnet and then the kind of promise of this blockchain up and running, but they just announced the $350 million funding round. That is a lot of money. And it means that they now have the runway to really hire the best people to build out this protocol. This is the bit of news that really stood out this week. Near Protocol is set to launch a stablecoin called USN. There are just a gazillion stablecoins out there. Why would we care about this one? Because it's engineered like UST. UST has taken DeFi by storm. It has taken VCs by storm. It is the protocol and the stablecoin leading the way in terms of how we think about mainstream adoption of DeFi. And of course, Anchor Protocol with its 20% fixed rate of interest has been this kind of benchmark for, well, the rest of DeFi. I thought we would see a lot of copycats of Anchor, but we didn't. And that's because the background to Anchor with Luna burning for UST is very difficult to fork. Near is doing that. That's what's so interesting about this. So it's going to be a competitor ecosystem to UST, Terra, Luna, Anchor. And I'm very excited to see what kind of money will move over to take advantage of what we think will be a very similarly priced 20% fixed rate of interest on USN. Exciting times, and definitely something to take note of because nobody else has done that so far. But will Polkadot, will Avalanche, will Solana projects see this and think, well, now is the time, and will we see a stablecoin war start to rise up? As you know, we covered this week, Dogecoin is looking to slay DAI with UST. Exciting times. It's good for us. So here's what we're going to do. First step, create a wallet. So it's a little bit complicated setting up a Near wallet. I mean, I say it's complicated. It's not complicated, but there's just a few steps you have to go through before setting up becomes an active wallet that you can actually use. There's a little bit of friction. I'm not sure if I like the friction, but it is there. So you have to set up the Near wallet, then you have to fund the wallet. That's the friction bit. And then what we're also going to do is import that account that we create into Sender, which is the browser extension like MetaMask on Near protocol. There's a few different ones, but Sender is the one we're going to use because that plays nice with Ref. So that is what we're going to do now. So this is where it all begins, wallet.near.org. And it's a lovely little website to allow you to set up a Near wallet. We're not going to import an existing account. We're going to create an account. So click on that. Near Wallet is a secure wallet and account manager for your accounts on the Near blockchain. Next thing we're going to do, obviously, get started. And what we're going to do is go this route, the secure passphrase. If you do have a Ledger hardware wallet, then you can also do that, connect that as well. I'm not going to do that now. Definitely think there's some value to doing some Ledger-based tutorials in the future. Most convenient, well, let's avoid that. We don't want to be doing verification codes and account recovery linked via email. It just feels very Web 2. Let's do it the Web 3 way, secure passphrase. So secure your account. So here is the passphrase. So this is the most important bit. This passphrase, you won't be able to recover it from the Near wallet or from any other wallet at any other time in the future. This literally is the moment. There is no other way to recover this. So make sure you write it down, make sure you put it somewhere, and then save it somewhere else if you're going to be doing a lot of work on Near. Let's continue, and then it will ask us to supply one of the words from that passphrase in order to verify and complete. But here's the thing. All we have done is complete the creation of an address. We haven't activated this wallet yet. So the next thing we have to do is send at least 0.1 Near to your wallet address. Now you can send this from an exchange. So you could go to Binance and buy Near tokens, or you could go to Coinbase, I think, and buy, no, I don't think Near is on Coinbase yet, but you can go to a centralized exchange that does trade Near and send it, or you can ask a friend. Doesn't this seem a bit weird? This friction point here? You can't use this wallet until it has at least 0.1 Near in it. I think the reason they did this is so that people wouldn't just create hundreds and thousands of spam Near accounts. You can't just set up an account and start doing things with it. So I don't know. There must be a reason. I don't know what it is, but there it is. So there's a couple of different ways you could do that. So here's our address. What we could do is use the Rainbow Bridge. Normally what I would try and do is use ChainJetty because it's this kind of not quite centralized exchange, although it is. But what I find great about ChainJetty is it's very convenient. So you can send from one token, this is the input side, to another token, let's say BTC. And the way that happens is you input one wallet address that's the recipient wallet address, and then you have to send the transaction to their address from your address, at which point they perform the swap and then send it over. Only problem with this is there is no Near on ChainJetty. So we have to just ditch that one straight up. The Rainbow Bridge looks like this. So let's just go to the main page. Here is the Rainbow Bridge. You have three different networks. You have Ethereum, Aurora, and Near. We'll get into what Aurora is in a second, but we don't need to worry about that for now. And then Near. So you can connect to Ethereum and then begin a new transfer. And you can choose from some ERC20 tokens that are available on the Near side. But let's say, for instance, I wanted to send some DAI because I've got some DAI there. That's what I would do. But then I just encounter these things down the bottom. There is a known issue with the Near wallet that sometimes prevents it from displaying ETH balances. I've just had a bit of a thing with bridges recently. I just don't really trust them. Not entirely. And I don't want to be in a position where I'm waiting 24 to 36 hours for a transfer to go through and not really knowing where it is or what's going to happen with it. You know, the Ronin bridge got hacked. The Polygon bridge has been in trouble obviously the wormhole bridge. I had a massive hack. I just, no. So here's the other thing that I did this week. I bought with MoonPay. So here's what the buy with MoonPay workflow looks like. Hilariously, the default is 300 near. You don't need that much. You could just say 50 near, and that would be more than plenty. We're talking $50 here. Continue. And then you add your card details in here. I'm not going to go through that now, but it's literally just like paying for anything online with your bank card. If you feel comfortable with that, then go ahead and do that. Otherwise, you are going to be basically stuck either using the bridge or getting a friend to send you some near tokens. 0.1 isn't very much, but I don't know how many people who have a near wallet. When I did this on MoonPay, it took about 3 minutes for the tokens to arrive in the near wallet. So it was actually pretty painless, pretty quick. But again, it's one of those things where we are moving from a Web 2 space to a Web 3 space and back again. You may not feel comfortable about spending money on your bank card on crypto. I would understand that. But if you have ETH and you feel confident to try the Rainbow Bridge, I would recommend doing a small amount first, testing it out and seeing how long it takes, and then going from there. So what I am going to do right now is fund this wallet from a different wallet that I have. And in order to do that, I'm going to restore a wallet that I already had. So that's what I'm going to do now. Once I've done that, we'll come back and I'll show you how to fund from one of your own wallets. Okay, so I've loaded up a wallet that I already had. And as you will see here, it says add a custom address to your wallet. This is something that I really like about Near. You have the ability to set up what effectively is your ENS domain name directly in the wallet creation process. So you can add a custom address and it could be your name, it could be anything, and it will be a .near address. What I am going to do now is go back to that create new account process and actually do that for real. So I'm going to call it I am Supermassive, which should be available. Yes, I am Supermassive.near is available. I can reserve my account ID, and then we'll jump ahead once I've got the passphrase, because we already did that. So now I've jumped ahead and I've actually got this account set up. I can actually fund this new account with an existing account that I own. That's a bit of a cheat, but I've been doing this kind of near work for the last 2 days, and I have a bunch of different accounts, so I can actually do this, and it's very, very quickly. So I can select this account, click next, and this will then send 0.1 near to this new I am Supermassive.near account. I can approve that, and we should be good to go. Doesn't take very long. Near's fast, not the fastest I've seen, but it's decently fast. So there we go. I have 77 cents on the I am Supermassive.near account. And that is how we do that. So the next thing we want to do is set up this Sender wallet. So Sender wallet is it's a browser extension wallet. It's very, very simple. I think it's available for, let's have a look. Here's the website. For Chrome, Brave, Bing, Firefox, basically any kind of Chrome-based browser will be fine. So we're going to add it to Brave because Brave is what I use. Use Brave. Add extension. And as usual, what we do is we go to here and we're going to pin it. And now we can set it up. So set up a password, first of all. I'm going to set that up. Confirm that. And what I want to do is import the account. So you're going to, in here, you're going to put the 12-word recovery phrase that you used to set up your account before. And now you will see, there it is. All nice and in your wallet. Perfect. So what I'm also going to do is set up the other wallet that I had as well. So now I have 2 accounts here. And if I click on these 3 lines up here, it'll give me the option to pick one of these and select which one I want to operate with. And now we are good to go. So you have a swap feature in here. I suspect when MetaMask drops a token, we will see all of these browser extension wallets probably do the same thing. So it's probably not a bad idea to just do one swap, at least in these browser extension-based swap facilities, if you can, just to take advantage of a possible future airdrop or retroactive airdrop if one should happen. So you can also stake here. We're not going to go that far. So what we're going to do is take a look at some of the projects building on Near. So for this, we go to awesomenear.com, which is a curated list of all projects building on Near and Aurora ecosystem. But I hear you say, what is Aurora? That's a good question. Aurora is kind of weird, I'll be honest. So here it is. Aurora launches on Near Protocol. That was about a year ago. Aurora provides an Ethereum Layer 2 experience. A what? I know, it's weird, right? So Aurora is basically it's the equivalent of a Polygon or an Arbitrum or an Optimism, but anchored to Near. So what it's designed to do is allow developers to extend the possibilities of their protocols by building on a secondary, a layer 2 that works like a layer 2, but it's attached to Near. So it takes advantage of Near's unique protocol design. But it's also, you can use ETH to pay for gas fees. It basically just works like an ETH layer 2, and it has smart contracts that work like ETH smart contracts, but it's anchored to Near. And it's designed it's all driven through a smart contract built on the Near platform. I told you it was a bit weird, but it's designed to allow ETH developers to move to Near without having to completely retool their apps. Sounds kind of interesting, and it kind of is. And there's a lot of DeFi and things being built on there. I would like to dig in deeper, but yeah, that's what Aurora is. So let's take a look. What do we have here? So you can see trending projects: Ref Finance, Aurora, Trisolaris, WannaSwap. When you look into it, there's not a massive amount of DeFi on Near. This one's interesting. Liquid staking protocol built on Near. Liquid staking is such a big deal. Once ETH 2.0, whatever you want to call it, the new ETH staking opens up and you have this huge pool of capital that is staked but is also liquid. It's going to be exciting. So the one we're really interested in here is Ref Finance. And why are we interested in Ref Finance? Let's go back to the presentation. So Ref Finance is, as they call it, a collection of DeFi protocols powered by smart contracts on Near Protocol that enable trading, earning by providing liquidity and other financial use cases in the future. Those other financial use cases in the future are things like synthetic assets and this very exciting USN, which will be, we hope, a money market for earning and borrowing on USN, but that 20% fixed rate of interest, which is very sexy. So some interesting things about Ref Finance. They raised 4.8 million to build out DeFi on Near Protocol. And what they're looking to become is a one-stop shop for DeFi. And if you look at all the DeFi that's been built, again, on Terra, they're looking to do the same thing on Near. This big sale was led by Jump Crypto. Jump Crypto, big dogs. When the wormhole bridge went down, these are the guys that jumped in to back it up. They provided the financial backstop. Alameda Research, Dragonfly Capital, and KuCoin Ventures, massive. So what they're trying to do here is bring together synthetic asset issuance and lending protocols, all sorts of interesting stuff. But USN is really the interesting bit. ResDegen said USN might be true after all, an algorithmic stablecoin on the Near blockchain. And the source of that was actually a testnet on Ref Finance where you could see this. So you could see here a pool of stablecoins, and in them was USN as all as part of this. So the rumor is that on the 20th of April, USN is going to launch, and then we shall see what really is the jam juice and the jiggery of all of that. What's also interesting about Ref is you've got multi-rewards farming. We'll dig into that in a second when we go through the platform, but it allows each liquidity pool to host up to 16 different farms at the same time to max token exposure to users. So you can get reward tokens paid out in a panoply of different tokens. Let's dig in. So here is Ref Finance. Let's see, what wallet are we using? We're using the correct one. Okay, let's launch the app. Just a quick kind of run through. So Sender has popped up here saying, do you want to connect to the website? I'm going to say yes. And then we should be in business. So first thing to note here is if I want to do anything on Ref with a Near token, I can't actually do it. I have to use a wrapped Near token. Even if you want to swap, you can't swap from Near to wrap Near here. I don't know why not. It feels bizarre, but you can't. To do that, you have to go here. So there's a wrapping and unwrapping feature here. So you can wrap your near tokens to wrapped near. And then once you've done that, you can participate in swapping here. You've got some stable swaps here. When we were looking at USN before, this popped up here. So you'll be able to swap easily from USN when it launches to USDC and DAI. I wonder if they'll add UST at any point. Source stable stop. Well, there you go. We can look at the pools here. So these are the top pools. So let's, for instance, look at the ref near. To add liquidity to this, you have to add the tokens in equal measure. So ref and wrapped near. To get those, we would use the swap and we would use the wrapping function to wrap the tokens that I already had. That should be very familiar. And if we look at the farms, here is the ref wrapped near farm. It's paying out like 84.19%. But what's interesting is here, you can see these reward tokens. So you've got Marmaj, DBO, Skyward, Ref, Myria, and Paras. I've only heard of a couple of those. Really do need to spend a bit more time in this ecosystem. But if you want to stake, that's how you do that. I obviously don't have any LP tokens at the moment, but that is effectively how you do that. And I think there's, yes, there, here we are. This is the last bit I wanted to look at. There's a bridge facility here. So you can bridge to or from Ethereum, Aurora, Solana, Terra, and CeLo. And that gives you a kind of little idea of where they're going, doesn't it? Bridging to Solana, bridging to Terra, bridging to CeLo. CeLo is another ecosystem we should definitely be looking at because some huge mega brains behind that one. So hopefully that gives you a pretty good starting point for Near. It is an interesting protocol. It has some very smart people building it. And with this USM product, they're really setting their stall out as major players who want to participate in the stablecoin wars alongside Thanos, Do Kwon himself. And I can't wait to see what happens next. Because for me, this really is the most consumer-friendly front end of DeFi. And if it succeeds in getting mainstream adoption, then it will blow everything up. And I'm excited to see that. If you have any suggestions for us to cover in tutorials, please do let me know in the comments below. Do get subscribed, won't you? And I will see you on the next one. Peace!